feisty Fennel. Today we are going to make some penne pasta with a creamy rosé sauce, and of course we're gonna load it with veggies because I load every meal with veggies. Let's get started. I'm gonna start off by chopping down my onion and my garlic and get that in the pan sauteing. Onions chopped, gonna get some heat on the pan and heat up my water as well. Just gonna add a little bit of oil into the pan to get that sauteing. Get these onions in there. So today I am making a double batch. I just want to put some away for later in the week, so I don't have to worry about making dinner, maybe a lunch here and there this week. That's sizzling. I'm gonna throw in my garlic. And we'll just let that saute down for a few minutes. Next up on the menu, I have some little bits of fennel that I'm gonna add in with the saute here. So I have this meal, it is very largely based on what veggies I have left in my fridge. Tomorrow is grocery shopping day. So that basically determines most of my meals. So I had a nice fennel bulb left over from the week. So I just was able to salvage a little bit of the stalk and a little bit of the bulb. So I'm just chopping that down just to add in to give it a nice, like kind of licoricey flavor. So I have that all chopped down, so I'm gonna add that in with my onions and garlic. So next I'm going to get my mushrooms ready. Mushroom is a really big staple for me. I put it in 90% of the dishes that I make. They're really filling. They have like a nice like meaty texture. I don't actually cook pasta dishes often, but once in a while they're nice and filling. Delicious. Just gonna let that saute another minute here before I add in my mushrooms. Mushrooms and onions are nicely sauteed. I'm adding in my mushrooms. Just gonna throw my lid on that and let that saute for 5 or 6 minutes. So let you know what else we're working with today. I'm also gonna add in a nice fire roasted red pepper, just for some extra flavor. I'm gonna add in some grape tomatoes. I'm gonna cut them in half, and they'll get like a little bit mushy. For some extra crunch, I'm gonna add in some red cabbage. I'm gonna shred up some Brussels sprouts and put on top for crunch. And we're gonna throw in some spinach. So we get lots of nutrients in this pasta. I'm also gonna add in some tomato paste, some passata, some oregano, basil, garlic and onion powder, and then we're gonna throw in some coconut milk to make it extra creamy. Can't wait to eat it. I have some red chili flakes that I'm just gonna toast up with some oil just to give it some nice heat. We're big fans of spicy around here, so I try to add a little spice to everything. So I'm just gonna slice up this red pepper. I'm gonna do big chunks. Add that in. And I'm just gonna cut my tomatoes in half. Like the juices flow out of them into that pot. And then we're gonna get our sauce in. One jar, second jar. Finally, my water's boiling. So, pop it in the pasta. I'm using penne. That's what I had. Use whatever kind of pasta you like. I'm gonna add in my spices. So again, it's basil, thyme, onion, and garlic powder. And I'm gonna add in my 2 tablespoons of
tomato sauce.
My 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now I'm gonna add in my coconut milk. And I'm just gonna let that all simmer down together and heat up. Ooh. And that is coming along nicely. Pop the lid on that, let it heat up. And I'm gonna shred my Brussels sprouts. So I'm just gonna cut the stems off of these and take out the outer layers before I shred them. These are gonna give a really nice crunch. And some added color. I'm gonna just shred them right on my cutting board so I can just leave them here till I'm ready for them. Just gonna let these hang out here until I'm ready for them. Check on the pasta, it's coming along. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit. I had it on a very low simmer, but let's turn it up a little bit. So while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to toast my red chili flakes. I'm just gonna heat up some avocado oil. This is just avocado oil and chili flakes, and we're just gonna toast them for 5 minutes. And that is actually gonna bring a nice heat to this pasta sauce. Just gonna give this a nice stir to make sure that coconut milk is all integrated with the sauce. It's gonna give it a nice creamy texture. So this chili flakes are bubbling away. So I'm just gonna give this another minute and then I'm gonna take them off the heat. Pasta's coming to a nice boil. That's almost ready to be taken off. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my shredded Brussels sprouts and my red cabbage. And then I'll start cutting down the spinach a little smaller. So, my old set is also much bigger than this. So, maybe overdid it a little bit today. Bubbling, it's bubbling. So I'm really gonna turn the heat down on this now. So I'm actually just going to take out a serving of the sauce before I put in the chili flakes and the salt and pepper, just because I have 2 young kids and they don't eat spicy or pepper, salt and pepper. Okay, so that sauce is just about ready. I'm gonna take some of this spinach and I'm just gonna give it a rough chop. I'm just gonna add it on top and just let it wilt down. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in my nice and toasted chili flakes. I think I've called them chili peppers, chili flakes, sesame seeds today, whatever I've called them. They are just red chili flakes. This is smelling delish. If you have fresh basil, that's a really good add-in to this dish. And let's do some salt. Bring this over here for the taste test. Give it another healthy stir. A little more salt. A little bit more salt in there. Perfect. Now let's plate it. Let's grab a nice helping of pasta. Load it with our sauce. Smells so good, and it is a little spicy. So I'm gonna take some of the leftover Brussels sprouts. A little bit of cabbage. It's nice color on top. Throw in a little bit of extra spinach. There you go. That was 20 minutes. Thanks for joining me here on the Feisty Fennel. I hope you enjoyed today's meal. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you guys next time.